Good evening, you guys. What's going on? Happy to be talking to you live tonight from the beautiful Motor City here in Michigan. I'll let everybody jump in tonight, man. I got some stuff picked out for you guys. I hope everybody's doing all right. Happy October. And again, guys, I appreciate everybody being here tonight, man. Hope everybody's doing well. What a game today is right, man. What a game today is right. I was just watching the Go Tigers. Go Tigers, right? Happy Wednesday, you guys. And hope everybody's doing well. I got a variety of cool stuff picked out tonight, man. So you guys are here for a good one. And it's pretty much all request stuff. Like I made a list. All right, you guys. I knew you guys were coming over, so I got prepared. You know, I know it's like, okay, I'm already cleaning. Got to get that side already from touching my oily face. You know what I mean? But yeah, go Tigers for sure, man. We'll do some before and after stuff tonight. Yeah, see, I got the game on back there. I think the Yankees are about to lose. All right, so, but man, it would be cool to see the Tigers. It's like I imagine like all of you guys hope your home team wins every year. It's been since 1984 since the Tigers won. I was just a little kid, so I can't even remember too long ago. But thank you guys for being here tonight. It's good to see everybody. You know, so let me tell you guys what we're gonna do tonight, man. I had a couple of requests. And you guys, I promise I will answer your questions. I promise I'll do my best. All right. We're gonna do Pokemon tonight. I had people say to me, "Hey, no, how do you show me just a cleaning demo, or can you do like an edge or a corner or something like that?" Yes. All right, dude, Clint. I saw you're a Browns fan. I know Clint. Same as like being a Lions fan or whatever. It's like I don't know if the Browns were ever good. Like the Lions are good right now, and you're like, oh, they might be able to do it, but then they end up might like break your heart. You know what I mean? It's like, so. But let me, guys, somebody asked me, do you have an 87, 88 East Bay? Yeah, I have 87, 88 Fleer stuff. If anybody has questions on that, I've always been a basketball collector, so about that stuff. And thanks to you guys. Hey, if we haven't met before, you guys, I'm Kurt, and thanks for picking up our products. I'm a fellow collector and a person that's always enjoyed restorations and cleanings and stuff like that. And tonight, like I'm going to say, we got Pokemon stuff tonight. I got 90s basketball, Kobe Impact, so we're going to do card polish. Not exactly scratch removal, but just like some cleaning up some cards, because I want to get some cards graded. And like, when I buy cards that I want to get graded or just like find stuff raw, I'm really aiming for stuff that's like, looks pretty good, you know what I mean? Naturally, I know that there's probably going to be some stuff I need to do to it. But I'm not really looking for a card that's like wadded up to try to like make the most amazing recovery ever. You know, I'm trying to like get something and get it in the best condition as possible. So I got just a couple, I didn't even preview them or take before pictures. I just got cards that I'm like, you know what? These are both cards that I'd like to get graded. So I'll just save them for you guys. So we'll do that tonight. If you were here last week, if you guys remember, I had a Pokemon card with it was called a rail mark. It came from the factory that way. I didn't put a post up this past week of a follow-up like I usually do, and I had a bunch of you guys ask me about it. I'm saving it because I got it on my desk. I'll get to that, but I got it, and we're going to talk about it. And what else? Scratch removal. I always get questions on scratch removal, so I got a Aaron Judge card that I pulled out of a pack of Bowman and has a scratch on it. So they're hard when they come from the factory, but I figure if I run into it, you guys run into it, so let's just see. Let's see what we can do. All right. So if you guys are down with that, I'm down with that. And thank you guys for taking the time, to be here tonight. And, you know what? I forgot. We're going to do Hot Tub Time Machine tonight, too. I got, let's see here. I had one of my buddies, Don, reached out to me and he said, hey, I know you do a lot of the vintage baseball, like the 50s and 60s. He's like, I love 80s stuff. Can you soak an 80s card? I hear you, Donnie. I see you. I got an 80. That's like one of my quintessential 80 cards. Barry Bonds, rookie. So, and especially when it has gum all over the back, so we'll soak that. All right. So let's get to it. All right. I had these in some sort of an order. Oh, and my son's Drowsy. You guys like Drowsy cards? Since I have twin boys, I got to have two of everything, So they were like, we want to they're like, we want to get these graded, Dad. So, but then you know what? Here's what happens. They're both the same card, but if one comes back higher scored than the other, they both fight, and they'll be like, no, that was mine. See, no, mine had that one. So the stuff you deal with having twin sons, you know what I mean? But it's all worth it. So let me turn this thing you guys around and we'll get started. I picked out way more stuff than we'll probably even get to tonight, but I'm glad you're here, and I'm going to show you some stuff that you can do with Kurt's Card Care. All right. So using your brain, using your eyes, using your hands, having a little fun, and we'll do it here. All right. So let me turn this thing around, you guys, and we'll get started. All right. So I think I had a rhythm here. You know what I wanted to do? So let's get through the list here. I had a couple of requests from, and I love this because sometimes it helps me stay a little bit more grounded. Sometimes I'm always trying to do backflips when I can just don't need to go that far out. You know what I mean? What I had a couple of requests for even today was, hey, can you show me just like a basic 101 Pokemon card cleanup, just like something with some light play, and also like maybe something, can you show me some little edge and corner repairs and stuff like that? And I was like, that's a great thing to do. So let's do that. You know what I mean? When it comes to this card right here, you guys, I just, it was one of the ones that was in my boys collection. And I noticed, it's just got like kind of a scuffed up, or just kind of a dirty holographic area. Kind of same, like kind of standard stuff. Like, okay, there you go. Just like some junk on it. And then we got like kind of like some blips on the edge. So I'd say common stuff. This would be like common stuff that, especially like, since this was taken out of my twin boys, my 13-year-old boys collection. So yeah, you guys, somebody asked me if I could show the heating unit. So there's the heating unit that I got hooked up to my hot tub time machine. So it's reading 71 degrees, you guys, because that's the temperature of the room that I'm in. I'll show you guys something. So I'm in a room right now that's 71 degrees at 48% humidity. And that's a backstage pass to see Van Halen. So so you guys, this right here is just something that I'd say is fairly common stuff, that most common stuff that you're going to see on gaming cards that have a little play, right? So when it comes to this, you guys, usually cleaning them is pretty easy. And I'll just use like a little bit of my card spray here, and just to use an example, you guys will put it on a tray or just like a little flat acrylic circle is what I'm trying to say. And I'm just going to pretend you're brand new to this, all right? It's because of all of you, there's probably a lot of people watching that are brand new. So I just want to keep it simple. And then we're going to get into some more stuff, all right? But like when I see the, like a variety of kind of just like stuck on stuff, the first thing I think of, you guys, is just use broad brush strokes of card spray on cotton. And being that most the gaming cards have a like a polyurethane or a plastic on them, it makes them pretty darn easy to clean. Just don't do it. Just don't soak it out. Okay. Just go real light-handed. Okay. And a lot of times if you got a lot of Pokemon cards, you guys, that are just like, don't have a ton of action going on, usually a little bit of card spray. A little card spray and a little card polish is all you need. But let's see if the residue came off the back. I just want to, and a good light like this, you guys, too. Like having a good light like this is really helpful for me, because I don't really look at the blue on the card. I really watch the circle go over it to see if there's any more. See, I can still see there's like a speck of stuff in the ball. See how nice that is when you can see it? So I'm happy that we did a good job of cleaning it, but I'm also seeing like, all right, there's still a spot right there. And then I'll go back in and see if it's like a permanent issue or something I can remove. So I guess what I'm saying is make sure you got good light when you're doing this. And then these, man, stuff like this. This is if you're going to have a problem, typically this is a good problem to have. Because check it out, we got a little blip on the edge here, but we still, for the most part, we still have the paint there. All right, so you can still see the color. So just when you guys run into something like this, I'm going to show you a practice to do. So like just get out a hard surface like this. And then, pardon me, I'm over here. I'm getting a large sleeve. I like these, you guys. This is a 4x6 penny sleeve. It's the same thing as these. It's just a little bit bigger. It just gives me a little bit more room. And my card tool. And so you can sit here, you guys, and I'll just go from north to south over. Oh, that's too bright. I want to give you less reflection. How about that? That's better. I can still see. But I'm just going to start north to south. So when you get out your tool, you guys, and just start kind of doing little passes over those little blips like that, can you see I've still got a little piece of it there? You can do that. And also another thing, because I'll get guys ask me, or, just our, customers will ask me, they'll say, what is this drinking straw for? And I'll show you. I got it over here. Oh, I have to look. I'm looking all in the wrong places. What I'm looking for is a straw. This right here. So just another way, you guys, to make a card like a little bit easier to work with when you're working with your Pokemon, because not everything has to go between pads and plates and clips and card spray. And I always, in my mind, I want the card to come back and look great, but I just always want to try to take the most logical and easy approach. So like, when you guys see what I'm doing here, I'm just breathing my hot breath. So watch this. Because there is an open edge on a Pokemon card. And even though they're, highly synthetic, there is a soft, you can make them a little bit softer with a little bit of hot breath. I know that's kind of weird, you guys, to see this. But I'll tell you, it's very simple. And I often get asked, like, somebody will tell me, hey, I was pushing on this card for like an hour. And I'm like, well, usually if stuff doesn't kind of go into the right shape pretty quick, I think the chances of it getting much better go down a lot. So when you just kind of keep doing that, you guys, over and over, you can get these edges nice and tight again, all right? And like we kind of started with it when it looked like, I thought I had one over here too. Yeah, see how it kind of like looks like that? So I know it's not like this huge, impressive, crazy transformation, but it's very realistic because it's stuff that you guys are going to have on your cards, so watch this. I will go half on the card, half off with this. And it's almost like it will just lock in and you guys can just hold it and just go all the way up the edge. And again, it's not about too much pressure. It's just about putting the right attention in the right spot. And I always found that like just tubing works so well for that. So pretty cool, right? Very easy. You guys want to clean up the front real quick? Because the holographic part, I can't just leave the holographic dirty. But the back looks good. The edges look good, right? So far, super easy level 1 stuff that I know you guys can do. So if you're new, it's all good, right? And Gary, great advice. And my friends watching, you guys, I know there's so many of my good buds on here. You guys are welcome to throw up advice too. I'm not here to say, hey guys, this is the one and only way. I'm here to share with you guys things that I think are helpful and the way I just kind of do it. But man, I have so much to learn from everybody here. So feel free if there's anybody on any of my lives or watching this afterwards and wants to leave like a good tip or whatever, man, feel free, please. So kind of same deal, you guys. Like when I don't know if that scratched off the silver foil, but we'll find out. I mean, there's pretty easy to find out. And I always look to see if it was like, so there's kind of like brown stuff on here. So maybe it was just a residue. It was dirty. Oh yeah, easy, right? But hey, this kind of has a little bit of everything now. So now look at it. Now we cleaned off the surface. Now let's take a closer look. Now we got some scuffs in there, some scratches. See? Let's go peel it back one more layer if you guys are down with that, okay? So let's do card polish. All right, so grab this and get one of these. And I'll fix the lighting, you guys. I'm looking through my phone. That angle sucks. I'm sorry. Only one of me though, and I'm like doing this right now. So hold on. Oh, good. I just read a nice message. We were talking today about print lines, and I said, usually I'd say with factory print lines, I've been about good at getting about half of them to go away. A lot. It's like sometimes these scratches or lines in cards are just so bad. And even like knowing how to clean cards or work on scratches, you can't even get them all fixed. But it sure is cool when you can, So I just wanted to see you guys. I'm just using, and this is not the scratch remover. This is just my standard, the abrasive-free cleaning polish. So just, this card does not look in bad shape, really. It looks near mint. It just kind of was a little scuffed up. So let's see. So this will tell me if we are done and we can go on to a new card, or if we have to do anything else. So let's just take a look. So then when you guys pick up your card, again, remember, let's look for the light. Let's not look for just let's wait before we look at the pretty sparkly part, all right? So let's watch the light. So that's cool. I can see nothing dirty. Oh, look at, all right, we won't skip that. See how nice that looks, you guys? Do you see how almost like when you do a cleaning polish on an older card, it brings all the stars out? Not nice? And Clint, I appreciate you, Clint, your advice too, but you guys, you know what? You can use, recovery on the back of these cards. You just always have to use a foam applicator. I don't want you guys to use recovery on a cotton on these because it's too abrasive. You'll get into the paint. You can only use recovery if you're holding a card like this, you guys, and we had a light scratch on it. Like, I'll just give you an example because I know we got a lot of gaming collectors out here. So like, this is just a pretend. Say we have a scratch right here. You could put a little bit of recovery scratch remover. Oops. I just put a little more than a little. But you can put a little bit of recovery on the back of your card. And then, so this is my scratch remover, you guys. So pretend you had a scratch. And see how I'm just putting it on with the wand, you guys? Here's what I want you to see. I'm not going to remove any of the paint, or I'm not going to really push real hard, but this is how you'd do a scratch on the back. So you see, no blue. We didn't remove it. We didn't take anything off the card. And then what I want you to do is, if you have light scratches, then come in with your microfiber to remove it and kind of dance with it like this when you're removing it. Just give it a little movement when you're removing it. A little movement when you're removing it. And look I'm going to show you guys. So that was a scratch remover we just put on the back. I don't want you to use your scratch remover like that for no reason, but if you had to, it's fine. So look. I mean, it looks great, obviously. We probably even pulled the gloss out of it a little bit more, so it's very nice. But let's see if we need to do anything else with the front. Yeah, you guys want to do a scratch removal? Let's go all the way then. So I still have recovery on here, and we're just going to use recovery on the holographic part, and I'm not going to use it with a cotton. I'm just going to use scratch remover with my applicator. And if you guys can hear this, like, listen, I want you to hear it. Okay, that's it. That's all that card needs with recovery. That's all it's going to need. And if we still got little scratches in there, so be it, you know, but I just want you to just give the surface a little light buff and a little light surface correction. The goal is not to make it like crazy shiny like a mirror, you know, just go in there and take care of those little easy ones laying on the top, and it'll look good like that. That's good. Cool, right, guys? So like, I guess this card turned out to be a good one because it gave us a lot of info. Like we did edges, cleaning, brought all the stars out. Looks cool, right? So thank you guys for the request. So we did all that without having to do like pads, plates, or anything like that. Cool? All right. So, hey, since I got this stuff out, you guys, if you don't mind, that one looks good as heck, doesn't it? That's really satisfying. That's sweet. All right, so I'm going to put that one down, you guys. So thank you for the request, all right? I know, because sometimes I'll be like, I got to do 20 things to this card and like have it be so entertaining. Sometimes just doing basic stuff is entertaining. So thanks for keeping me grounded, you guys. Sometimes I can overthink it, you know? So then when it comes to, this is a card that I found in the wild, which I really like a lot. And I didn't even really analyze it at all yet, so I just wanted to look at it with you guys. But I look like I have like a little, maybe, possibly a chip on the top right corner. We'll take a look. I love this. You guys, if you're a Pokemon collector and don't do sports, I'll tell you, this is Z-Force. This was stuff like Skybox made in the 90s. Super cool stuff. They made really, like, for me at least, it was just always like trippy, cool looking stuff. It's actually pretty darn good looking. If you guys don't mind though, of course I want the highest grade possible, but I'm going to get this card graded regardless because I like it. But I just want to see kind of like what I'm dealing with. Yeah, I got a little chip. Just a little bit. But here's what I want you guys to know when you see that. Don't do anything. Just stay away. Because it's like, I'll have people be like, should I get in there at the card tool and start like doing that? I'm like, no. There's like nothing to do. It's not out of shape. It's just like a little bit of wear. You know, nothing I can really do. But let's continue to look. I want to take a look at it. So like and again, guys, like we do on the Pokemon, I'm just watching that circle light right now. I'm looking for like stuff stuck to it because this is too trippy for me to look at. Like I can't look at this thing and be like, is there something on it? Like I can't even focus on it. So I got to use my little circle light to kind of tell me the story. It's like my translator. All right. So it looks like, fortunately, no, I don't have any like dents or wrinkles. I don't even know if I could do anything if I had a dent or wrinkle. Yeah, Gary, as a Kobe lover, this is one of my favorite Kobe's. I love this card. Look how young he was there. 97. So I just want to card polish the front of this card and the back of it. If you guys got a few minutes, just hang with me for a sec. Because I don't really see any other, like, I don't see there's really not much, a whole lot to do. But I just do want it clean because it's probably gonna get clean. It's probably gonna look really nice when we're done with it. It's been, as far as I know, it's never been graded or anything. This was in a larger collection that was just all in penny sleeves, and a lot of the penny sleeves were gross. So I think that card polish will be and you guys, I didn't do any card spray on this because I didn't see. There was nothing like, no smears, no streaks, none of the crap like the Pokemon card we just worked on. So I'll just jump into this. And thanks again, guys, for everybody like just being so active in our community. And gosh, thanks for all the pictures you guys send, man. Do you know that like, so my dear friend Michelle is here on the video with me, and Michelle, like, long time dear friend, you know, we've worked together forever, and she helps me with a lot of stuff at the company. And I said, Michelle, you know, so many people send us such nice pictures, and I don't feel like I'm like using them. You know, I'm like, I gotta show people, you know, and it gets busy for me. So she's like, you can send them to me every time you get them. So she wrote 4,000. Because every time you guys send me pictures now, she said, yeah, you can send them to me whenever. I send them all day long. And she hit me up the other day. She goes, hey, I don't think that I got 4,000 of these things now. And it's more than I can, it's gonna, I don't think I can just put them all out every single day. And I'm like, okay, maybe we should just hold off on a little bit. But seriously, guys, thanks for 4,000 pieces of amazing feedback that we can make great little testimonials out of. Like I said it a million times, I love certain companies or certain products, but I'm guilty. I don't reach out to them and tell them thanks. I just kind of drink the Red Bull or, enjoy whatever. But the fact that you guys spend so much time, talking to me and giving me feedback and ideas and stuff, I can't thank you enough, man. You guys are the best. So yeah, thanks for making us 4,000 slides. Ay. And yeah, you guys, that is cool. All over the map. Yeah, checking in here, you guys, from the Motor City here in good old Detroit, Michigan. Now, I don't know if I'm crazy, but doesn't it look like it's has 4 more colors in it now? I am crazy. I'm sure of that, but that's bad. That's good, man. I just really like that. So that's what I want to do before I just get it graded, you guys, because it's I like to show off my graded stuff, so I want it to look good. So that looks sweet. If you don't mind, we're going to do the back real quick too. And then we'll move on to another project. Then we're going to move on to the Barry Bonds, you guys. We're going to do this one next, all right? We're going to the hot tub time machine next, so hang with me for a minute. All right. Yeah, I enjoy doing all the tricky stuff or all the dent removals or the soaks and all that stuff that we'll do. But tell you what, you guys, if you got a pile of cards that are whether they're Pokemon or 90s cards or whatever, or even some of the early pre-2010, you can just sit like this and just enjoy them, listen to music, watch sports, whatever, take care of them like this, and it's pretty darn satisfying. It'll be time well spent. I think that you'll always make an improvement when you spend a few minutes with them, even if it's just quick like this. Yeah, I think Chris, as one of our viewers said, hey, do you have any step-by-step for grading prep? Pretty much, Chris, assess the card and do what needs to be done. You know what I mean? So feel free to, just take care of it one card at a time, and somebody wrote, I heard PSA is catching. Maybe that's what PSA will tell you, bud, but I mean, I don't really know if there would be to catch. If you're using my stuff, I mean, if people are out there trimming cards or cutting cards or coloring them, yeah, you'll probably get caught by grading services. They're good at that. But if you clean your cards off, they're not, I mean, what's there to catch? I mean, when you say that, it almost sounds like you're doing something wrong. So you guys don't fall for that. You're not doing anything wrong. And you can get your cards graded. I mean, I don't know how many more card posts I need to make showing before and afters and graded cards, but I guess I will just have to keep on doing it. All right. Talk me into it. I'll do 1,000 more for you. All right. And I'll keep sitting here making the same videos over and over, telling you, clean your cards, man. You pay a lot of money for them. You spend a lot of effort doing all the stuff for them. Don't be tricked by a grading company that sells you a plastic case to not clean your card. Or be tricked. It's fine. Up to you, man. So let's move along here. So next, Barry Bonds. So after if you get a gum stain out of a card and you send it to a grading service, guess what? They'll grade it because they're not going to tell you, hey, I think there was a gum stain there before. Nope, because that's not what they do. You know what I mean? So, but let me show you guys what you can do to your property with your skills. All right, and if you don't have these skills, well, you're at the right place. I can tell you that. So let me show you guys this. So see how we got a lumpy Barry Bonds? And then when you look at the back, there's the reason, man. There's the big reason for the lumpy berry bonds. But what I want to do, you guys, is I want to take berry bonds over to the hot tub time machine. And then what I want to do is I got to line up our next movement of the show here. All right. So let's see. This is your 30-second intermission. All right. So you can stretch. You can pet your dog. You can just sit still and hang out and be prepared to visit the hot tub time machine. All right. So what I wanted to show you guys was some pictures. We're going to do the hot tub time machine, and then we're going to do some pictures. Okay. So let's get rolling on this. But check this out, you guys. Have you ever seen a fuzzy card with fuzz all over it? Hang tight. We got some more. But let's go first right here. So if you're wondering, you guys, what is the hot tub time machine? Well, it's a lovely little soaking tray here with card spray in it. And I just turn on, I heat it because it's 70 degrees in my office. So it's a little cool. And when you put a card in card spray that's warm, it generally takes care of the gum stain rather quickly. Just like you guys are seeing right there. So we are basically, this is awesome. This is the same, when we did some gum a couple weeks ago, it was on a wrestling card, I believe, if you guys were around, and it did the same thing. So check this out. You guys, when you're doing a card soak of a dirty card that is, like say it's from the vintage era and it's got a lot of dirt and growiness all over it. You know, you can soak a card. I'll soak a card for like a half hour. But what's really cool about this one already is it looks like it's already like that gum stain did not stand a chance to the card spray, is I guess what I'm trying to say. So let me show you where we started here, and we're going to take it out because it doesn't even really need to be in there anymore. So hold on, I got to get a tool. And thank you guys for joining my live show. I know it's fun to probably watch quick edited videos, but for those of you that like are doing card care and learning this stuff, thanks for being here, because I think this is the best. This is at my speed, and this is the best way I can explain it. So I appreciate you guys being here. So here's what we'll do next. Let me get a good view for you. So I want to show you guys something. I think we're done. Check this out. It's gone. There's no more gum stain in there. And you guys, and if you just jumped on, don't worry. I'm going to have it filmed, and it's going to be available for you to watch and do all that stuff again. But that's where we started just a minute ago. So there was our gum stain. And now it's going to be gone. And I'm looking for a towel. Towel, where are you? Oh, there you are, towel. So then get in here with your towel and do this. Because you want to give your card a head start on drying. And you know what? You are right about soaking a Pokemon card. It's not suggested. Now, there could be exceptions, so stay tuned, because there's more I got to tell you guys tonight. Yeah, so hang tight, because there's I don't have any like nothing major groundbreaking for you guys tonight, but something kind of. All right, so I feel that we got the gum out of there pretty darn good. Now, what I want to do next, you guys, is this. We're gonna get a chamois and some pads and plates. So the first move is gonna be put a chamois behind Mr. Bonds. And I'm going to put a chamois on, so pad, chamois, pad, plate. And let me grab my clips. So this card right now is, hey, let me turn this thing around. Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for joining tonight. So this card is very wet, right? So the chamois is going to pull the moisture from the card spray out of the back of the card. And if there's any, remaining glues or not glues, rewind. If there's any remaining gum in there or gum stains, being between pads, plates, and a chamois, we're going to pull that out of there. It's going to be fine. All right. So, but tonight, let's see, it's 10:30. So tonight, probably after we hang up, you guys will probably go for 15, 20 more minutes, and then I'll let you guys go, but then I'll change this. I'll probably change the pad tonight, and then when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'll probably change it again. And then I'll finish this card just between new dry pads, okay? After you hold a card with, whether it's just the foam pads in combination with the chamois, you're going to be pulling moisture out of it, but then it's going to be sitting there. So it's got to go somewhere. So you got to get this thing off and put another one on. So it's almost like filling up a bucket and getting it out of there. Filling up a bucket and getting out of there. You don't want to be like, fill up a bucket and hold it there. All right? So, because sometimes you guys, you'll say to me, Kurt, I'm getting good at dent removals or soaking a card, but I'm kind of like, I get to the end and it's starting to get a little bit twisted on me or wonky on me. And I'll say, make sure you're shading your pads out often and holding it for a longer. The goal is not to get done quick. The goal is to get it done awesome. You know what I mean? So sometimes it just requires holding it a little bit longer. All right. But let me move along here, you guys. Let me check my checklist because that Barry Bonds card went in like a minute. You know what I mean? Hey, yeah, Raph, just asked, can you use these pads again? For sure, dude. Like, let me show you something. I'm going to show you guys, like, my table. Hey, Coco. So, like, you guys see, like, I have, like, all these pads. Like, I just keep them, you know? And then I got, like, I've got a couple different types of foam, stuff like that, you know what I mean? So, yeah, you can absolutely keep it. And what I'll do is, like, when you take them off, just, like, put them, like, I got a workbench over here. I'll just put them on there and let them dry, you know? So, yeah, reuse them, all right? So, Barry Bonds, gum stain. And even though, you know, it's, like, kind of fun to, like, fill up, like, the little tray and, you know, do all that stuff we just did, don't be afraid of it. It's easy. It's easy to do, you know what I mean? So, feel free to test, you know what I mean? You guys can do projects like this, no problem. So Pokemon cards, you guys, let's get to that. That's next on my list. Let's see, Barry Bonds. Yeah, we got some stuff. I gotta show you guys some stuff. So Pokemon people, you're in for a good, hopefully a good message right now. Let me get this thing out of my hands and I'll show you what we're talking about. All right, so let me do this. I want to show you guys some pictures. All right, so here's what I want you to see. I want everybody to remember this. This right here, you guys, was where, like, remember this weird wonky line, and then it went all the way down it. This was from last week's show. It's called a rail mark. One of my customers sent me this and gave this card to me, and he reached out to, he reached out to me and was like, hey, I called Pokemon and they told me it's a rail mark, which I just assume something that gets pressed on when they make it. And I don't know if they sent him like a new one or whatever, but that's what it is. It's called a rail mark. So, well, we already fixed that one, but so check that out. So you guys see it, right? Burn that into memory, okay? So then last week, you know, I had you guys all over and I'm like, all right, so my thing last week was got the card spray. Let's spray 2 pads and let's put it in the heat press. Because I did one of these cards before, but I have to admit it's been a while. So anyways, I did that last week. So we did it last night, our last Wednesday night. Thursday, I opened up the heat press, opened up my pads. Same, the dents in there. Didn't even change. So I was like, I was pretty confident that that was just gonna go flat and be like easy and good. It wasn't that easy. So what I did, you guys, was, let me show you. So what I did was go back to my old school method of working on dents. I did this. So what I would do is just get that wobbly card, spray my card mat like that, put the card between it, and then I would put it between two plates, and I was putting my weight on top. And I did that like over the past 6 days. And I want to show you guys what it looks like. And so what I would do, here's the key part. I was going to make a video, and I'm still going to make a video about this. It was hard for me to even figure out how to like lay all this down, because here's what I did. Did the heat press, basically it didn't do anything. So let's just start with that weird rail mark. So what I did, when I told you guys you can't soak a Pokemon card, I don't really want to say you can't do anything. What I can tell you is if you soak most Pokemon cards, they're going to get a weird texture and they're going to look bad, and it's just not going to work out well. But what I can tell you is with these cards, and I'm going to need some help from my Pokemon collectors. I know it's a full art modern card. I think it's a VMAX style card or something. I had to get this card very wet. Very, very wet. But I got the card very wet and held very deliberate pressure on it. And I have made tons of success on it without messing up the finish. Okay, so this one took a lot. And it was like from a storytelling perspective or like a teacher perspective, and you guys are the best for following my advice and following my steps. I hate giving out advice that's like half baked. I hate that. It's got to be systemized. It's got to be like do this, do this, do this. So really, what I gathered from this rail mark thing, it requires a ton of card spray and a ton of pressure and time. All right, and let me show you what it looks like. Okay. So, and we're still working on it, okay? But let me show you guys this. And, all right, I won't be like too dramatic here, but so I started with this. That was what we have, okay? No good. And then this is where I am currently at with this. And this is why, you guys, I didn't make a follow-up video yet, because I'm still working with it. What do you think? Not bad, huh? And look at the texture. And you guys, I got this thing like freaking drenched. Like drenched. And it's looking good. So that's where we're at now. And then that's where we started. Like you even see that like that big kink at the bottom. There's nothing like that anymore. And then, oh, sorry guys. I was trying to change pictures there, but it wasn't working. Okay, so then we got the back was, super huge, like half pipe going down it, you know what I mean? Like that part right there is real bad. And then, so this is where we got it. So pretty cool, right? But it took a while. So you guys, that's why I didn't post a follow-up of it this week, because it took a long time to get this thing flat. But you know what? It looks good, and I'm still just like keeping it just like this, because I think that the most underrated and unsexy part of card care is time. Time. So like, here's what I was doing. So I'll do a cycle of pads. I was doing a cycle, you guys, of pads and plates and heavy spray. Like this thing was freaking soaked. And I would hold it between the pads for like a day at a time. And then I'd put dry ones on. And then when the card would go back to being like almost all the way dry, I'd just be putting it right between there. All right. And you guys, 2.5 pounds. I'd use 2.5 pounds. I would do 5. I was doing 5 pounds. I was using 2 of these right on top. Doing cycles of card spray, pads, and plates. And then just cycles of when it was dry, just doing it like this. And that was probably one of the best, like, you know, huge dent removals personally that I've been able to do and probably teach to other people how to do it so you guys can do it. So it's not like some guarded, you know, secret or something like that. You know, anything I know how to do, I want you guys to know how to do it, you know. So thank you guys for watching and hanging tight. It took a week, but, you know, say it's your favorite card or say it's something you love, you know, it's worth it. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna, I thought this one turned out awesome. I don't even know how to say his name. Well, maybe it's Volcanion. I can say that one. Some of them are real tricky, but I love the way it looks, and now I like the card even so much better because I was personally able to like make it look good. All right, so I'm just gonna let this thing still hang out because it's been through a lot. All right, but you know what was unique? The texture didn't get really messed up. So you know what? One of my notes I wrote down was revisit soaking modern Pokemon cards because I don't think it's too far-fetched. I think soaking like Wizards of the Coast cards would like F them up. But I think some of this more modern materials, there's more stuff that can be done. So hang tight and you know I'll teach you every single step, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to put this thing down, you guys, and we'll I think I got some more stuff to do. You guys got a few more minutes? Yeah. We got a few more minutes. I want to show, I want to do a scratch removal and the fuzzy card, all right? So let's do 2 more at least, all right? Let me put this thing down. Hold on. I've been sitting here shaking this thing, and I'm thirsty. Cheers, you guys. I appreciate you. And I send my very best to you guys, whether it's a great season or you're in a tough one, man. Cheers to you guys. Good. I laugh with my friends that love Pokemon because I was like, how the hell do you guys know how to say all these names? Forgetting that I'm old. And they're like, dude, we watched the cartoon every day when we were kids. I was like, oh, there was a cartoon? They're like, yeah, dude. I'm like, oh, I missed it. So, all right, let me, I grew up so far out in the country that we didn't even get like channels until I was like 17. We had like 3 channels. Fortunately, one of the channels was PBS, and I got to watch Bob Ross. The big table mat, you guys. My buddy Brandon makes them at Problem Child Collects. Is Brandon you on here? If you guys, yeah, Brandon makes the table mat, you guys. So he's awesome. He's fantastic. And I can give you guys a referral if you guys want to order a table mat. He'll make it for you. All right, let me get back to what we're here to do. You guys know me, man. It doesn't take me long to start wandering off and start yakking about something. So thank you guys. What I say next? Yeah, I want to do the fuzzy Kobe. I picked this card up, man, from my buddy. He sold it to me. And I thought this one was awesome. Out of all the cards, it reminds me that even though I've been a total card guy, I was a card kid, I was a card teen, I was a card guy, I'd never seen this card, you guys. Do you know that? I've never seen a fast track. So, like, when I got it, I was like, I want to get this card graded. But when I was looking at it, I'm like, oh man, how do you go about cleaning this card? It's got like, and you guys, that's literally fuzz, like a tennis ball. So what I was thinking about doing was just kind of like using I know it's kind of crude, you guys, but like when you see like that's kind of a nappy cut on the side, you know, it's not like a cut that I can really like, I don't even know how I'll grade this card. It looks like somebody like hand cut it with scissors. I hope nobody did, but I'm just going to kind of try to tuck that stuff in there. I kind of like the little bit of fuzz. You can always run the back of your finger, like on if you have a nappy edge. And you guys, I'll use even painter's tape on, I'll use painter's tape on edges of prism and chrome style cards. But being that this is just a one-piece card, it's just one little piece of material, I don't really want to go bouncing around the edges on this card because I don't want to pull off any of like the color. So that's my thing. So I've never seen a fuzzy card. You guys too? All right. Well, I don't even know. Because see, the thing is, even though as a kid I would buy packs of cards, I never freaking got lucky. So I probably never got something cool like this in a pack. So here's what I want to do. You guys, I'm not going to use my products on this one. What I want to do is I want to get all this fuzz